over 3 kinds of BOLOS. Be on the lookout for things at the thrift store. I also have a really incredible haul for you, so be sure to stay tuned for the whole thing. Hey everybody, my name is Anita. I am a part-time reseller on eBay and Poshmark. I'm gonna go through some clothes that I found today at some recent trips to Goodwills and Salvation Armies. So this is about 3 separate trips that I have over here. It's something to be on the lookout for when you go to a thrift store. So this could be a number of different things. There is one that's completely style-based. There's one that's a very high sell-through rate, and then there's one that has, it's like a must find, at least on my bucket list of thrifting. It was like a must find. It's based on something from a movie, and I finally found it. First one is literally a name brand I had never heard of before. And when I saw the dress, I thought it was super cute, and it had the tag, so the original tag. So I was like, well, that's great. And it's a plus size. It's super cute. It's a plus size. It has the original tag. Let me stick it in my cart. So let me show you the brand. It's Weeby Bop. This doesn't look like much of anything. At least to me, it doesn't look like much of anything. It is a 2X, and it's 100% rayon. I saw the print. Check this out. This dress is so freaking adorable. That's the collar. I was struggling. It's got shoulder pads, by the way. That's the collar. And then look at this stellar print. Look at how beautiful this is. So this Weeby Bop dress has a name to it. It is the Donna dress in Zoo Combo. Not to be mixed up with Bebop, which is a different brand. So when I did sell-through rate for this, because I was like, is it even gonna be worth a pickup for $6.99? I'm not gonna buy it if it's only gonna sell for like $15 and $20. That doesn't make sense to pay $7 for it to sell for $15 to $20. But the sell-through rate for this particular brand for maxi dresses in plus sizes is more than 100%. That means, if you're not familiar with sell-through rate, there are more sold than there are for sale. So things were selling anywhere between $60 and $80, if I remember correctly. I marked this somewhere between 70 and 80. I want to say around 75. And I've already had some watchers on eBay, so I can't wait to see how this performs. But this is one example of a bolo, something with a super high sell-through rate, but this one is more like a current trend style pickup, and it's something that I'm trying to get better at, going and finding specific style trends that are really in right now, and then looking and seeing, you know, what sell-through rate is. If you haven't been following Cayley, Elaine on YouTube, I highly recommend that you do that. She is so good at learning and understanding style-based pickups. She's great with knowing so many things. So if you have not followed her yet, I have learned so much from her just from watching her what sold videos. So, and she has some great bolos videos as well. But in any case, so I learned about this particular style from her. Otherwise, I don't even know if I would even know if it, did I make sense when I said that? I don't know. I wouldn't even know that it existed if I hadn't been following her. So this name brand is vintage. It is HW Collections. So this is, and it's already, the first 3 are already photographed and listed. So I'll pop up a picture because me showing you on the camera will never do this beautiful number justice. This is a whimsigoth dress. Now, whimsigoth is a combination of whimsical and gothic. So what I've seen a lot online is things that are black with some other kind of like darker but slightly vibrant colors. So like burgundy, purple, indigo, blue, teal, gray. Gray's not exactly vibrant, but it's another color. Sometimes there's velvet, sometimes there's sequins, ribbon, all different kinds of things that kind of make it stick out. Sometimes it's like shimmery in some kind of way. This was probably from the 80s. Sequined, lacy, ribbon, more lace. Because I was looking at Whimsigoth dresses on eBay that were sold, and some of them are going somewhere $80, $90, $100. So I marked mine at 65, and that way I feel like I have a fair chance of selling it quicker. So it's almost the end of April today. What is today? The 19th? Okay, so we're mid-April. There may be somebody who has like something that they want to wear this to as it gets closer to prom season. There may be a theme party. Maybe there's something that somebody just loves Whimsigoth stuff and wants to get this. But in any case, this is a bolo for that reason. One of the things that is a bolo is looking for things that have been in TV shows, that have been in movies, that have been on social media in some way, shape, or form, that they have a cult following of sorts. And so one of those things I found, and I happened to be with my daughter and her friend, and they were just looking for cute stuff for, you know, their own bedrooms and whatever. And they found their stuff, and I was like, you know what? I can look through coats. I choose when I go to the thrift store. If I know I'm not going to be spending a whole lot of time, there's certain sections I know I can breeze through really quickly, and coats is one of those sections. So I was so glad I did, because I found this amazing Penny Lane style jacket. I mean, how cool is this? Now, if you're not familiar, Penny Lane was a character in Almost Famous. Kate Hudson played her, and she had, and I think it was a solid color, like a medium color brown with like the faux fur around the neck and around the wrists, which this one has. And now this one is vertical corduroy stripes, but the idea being that you are finding something, whether it be exactly the same, which is super amazingly lucky, or it falls in your lap in some kind of similar way. So this was the similar way it fell into my lap. So here's what I can tell you. I have some comps to show you that blew my mind. So I'll see if I can pop it up first. There was a New York & Company Penny Lane style dress, or jacket. If I remember, this Penny Lane style jacket, it sold for like between $60 and $70. So this is what I'm saying. You could get something similar, because New York & Company is no longer a brand. It never was a brand that I would ever pick up to resell. There's some nice clothes by them, but I would never pick it up to resell it. But now that I know that if it were a Penny Lane jacket, the brand doesn't matter. It's the style that carries it.
Moving on.
But now I have a whole chair full of stuff here that I got at both Salvation Army and Goodwill. Now, my goal recently has been to, when I go to Salvation Army, they have 99-cent tags. And so when I get there, I always look. This week it was pink tags were 99 cents and yellow was half off. So I was like going super quick through the racks, like, let me see what's 99 cents. And I found about a half dozen-ish things that were 99 cents that are great, because even if they sell for right around like $18 to $22, that's still a really decent profit. Let's start with one of the dollar items. And this is a brand that is a lot of fun. It's very youthful, and it's Billabong. And I don't get very many things from Billabong, but the rompers, especially the darker colored, like lightweight rompers, they sell very, very well. And so like the $25 to $35 mark, there is this the Avery? Where is it? I have all my notes. See, I have all my notes so I can give you exact names of things. It's the Stargazer Dark Gray Cotton Romper. So super cute. And the rompers, they retail for $45 to $55, which isn't a lot, but then they could resell for $20 to $25 because there is a demand for these particular rompers. So a lot of them have like just the thick rope string straps here, and you can wear a t-shirt underneath. There's this style and there's a few other styles. That was a good dollar find. The next one I spent $10 on, and I would have spent $20 on it because it is that amazing. This one, oh my goodness, when I found it, I've been so protective of it because it is white. The brand name is Shoshana. Just so you know, Shoshana dresses are quite pricey. This is the, if I'm saying it right, the Kiara, I'll put it up on the screen. This is the lace dress, Kiara white lace dress. This could be a bridal gown, brunch. This could be for a wedding rehearsal for the bride to wear. This could be for showers. This could be for a whole lot of things, right? A special dinner of some kind. But anyways, this dress, guess how much it retailed for? $550. So Shoshana is not an inexpensive brand name, and this dress I'm going to list mine at $125 based on comps. There are some that sold for $50. There are some that sold for $150. So I'm going to start mine at $125. Okay, the next dress is, I'm pretty sure it is a boutique brand. The brand is Olivia. It's a size large. I absolutely love this dress. I think it is just so pretty. It's got kind of like a login look effect to it with, you know, layers like that. I'm going to, it was $1. I'm going to try and mark it somewhere between $40 and $50 because I think it has a lot of sellable factors. It's got polka dot, which is in. It's got the floral over the polka dot. It's login look. It's got so many things going for it, and it's also kind of like a Phoebe Buffet style, so I will put that as one of the keywords too. Sometimes I run into finding adult stuff in the kids section and kids stuff in the adult areas, and so on this day I found a little girl's dress in with the women's dresses, and I don't know how because it really does look like a little girl's dress, but things happen. And so this is a J. Crew brand, Crew Cuts. It is their little kids clothing line. So this is a size 14 girls. I don't know if there was ever a specific name for this dress, but how stinking cute with the bow there, and it goes out on both sides and it has pockets. It is absolutely adorable. It was in pristine condition. It may not have even ever be worn. I will mark it down as excellent condition because I can't mark it new without tags, but this, what did I put it for? It was $3 that I spent on it. It retailed for $118, and I will be able to get somewhere between $20 and $30 for it. Okay, another dollar find, and I got this for a couple reasons. It's a plus size. The comps were decent. So, Maya Brooke, this is a 16W, and I hate when those hanging things, they take away from the pretty look of the dress. So this is definitely another maximalist print, but big, bold prints sell very well for me, and also it's a plus size. And this one is the animal and floral print dress was $1. I'm guessing based on what I saw online that it retails for around $90, but I should be able to resell it between $28 and $30. So with weddings coming up, this could even be, you know, worn to the office with like a dark colored blazer over it. Like there's a lot of ways this could be worn, but such a cute dress. This one I am keeping for myself, so I'll show it quickly. This is a brand name that does not resell well at all, but this looked like brand new, and so I steamed it. I'll be able to wear it to work this week with some black pants. Okay, the next one is one that has an amazing sell-through rate, and currently there are no blazers available on their website. which is good for trying to resell something, right? So this is a Skies Are Blue blazer. I have sold 2 in the past, and within a week, like both of them. One of them sold faster than that, one was about a week, but they sell quick and they sell decent, like between $35 and $50. So I was willing to pay the $6.99 for it. I don't know what the retail price was, but I should be able to, based on comp, sell it between $35 and $40. So this blazer, if you're not familiar with these blazers, they're very soft, almost jersey-like material. They have stretch to them. They are super comfortable, which is why people want them. Nobody wants like a stuffy, stiff blazer to wear. And I'm just realizing, no. When you find something after the fact, there's a pull there. So I'll have to disclose that, but it's not going to be a humongous game changer. I still think I could get around the $35 mark. The next, oh, they're falling down. Okay. The next one is a brand I have not found in a long time, Sun Dry. And I grabbed this because it was new with tags, and I'm so glad I did, because this Sun Dry shirt I spent $5 on. And you'd be like, Anita, why did you spend $5 on a t-shirt? Well, because the retail for this t-shirt was $84, and it's just a blue v-neck t-shirt, v-neck, right? Yep. And there was a specific color for it. Blue Sea is the color. And I should be able to resell this for close to $30 for a t-shirt. And I think there's a following with Sun Dry because it's so well made. They're super, super soft. They have like a slightly sheer element to them. But they're just really great. I've sold a few things from Sun Dry in the past. Something from Sun Dry Forever Eve, I think, if I remember correctly. But they sell fast and they sell well. So I was happy to find that. All right, the next few. Actually, I have 3 of them. 2 of them right now and then 1 coming up. And that is a Johnny Was. Okay, I should have put this down as another Bolo brand, and I don't think that's going away anytime soon because there is definitely a market for Johnny Was shirts. The new rack came out, and all 3 of the Johnny Was shirts that I have to show you were on that new rack, and I just about fell over. And for 2 reasons. This is the Papillon. This is a size... What size is this? A small. That's fine. It'll still sell just fine. This was $4. The retail was $138 if I looked it up correctly. $138 for this. It may have been more. I may have not looked it up correctly because the other 2 were more. And it should sell for around $60. 4 into 60 is pretty dang good. This was directly next to it. This is an extra small. It looks a little bigger than the small, but maybe it's the style. This is a slightly longer tunic one, and it's their love shirt. How cute is this? This retailed for $212, and I should be able to resell it somewhere between $60 and $70. This was $4 as well. So cute. I found, this was another one of the dollar pieces that I found because I don't pick up Banana Republic a lot. It has to be very inexpensive and a piece that I could see as being higher in demand or like the business wear sells really well for me. This is a medium, which I typically focus on size large and bigger with Banana Republic, but it was new with tags. This retailed for $60, and it's a very recent style. It's got puff sleeves, it's sheer, it's polka dot, it's got ruching, it's got all of the things. How beautiful is this? And so this was $1, and if I looked it up correctly, where's my notes about this one? This should resell somewhere between $25 and $28. I would even be okay with it selling for $22, because, you know, there's not for this size as big of a demand as there is for the larger sizes, but for $1 and all of the key factors with it, I think it'll be great. Here's the next Johnny Was. Everything's falling. Okay, this one is a small as well. This is, I would even say this is closer to a medium. I might put that in the listing that this is closer to a medium, because I'm a medium and I could definitely wear this. So this particular one, where's the other one? This was $3. It was online for sale for $220, and again should sell somewhere between $60 and $70. But how pretty is that? These embroidered pieces from Johnny Was are just absolutely stellar. Okay, the next one, this was another dollar piece, and I haven't buttoned it up yet, but I do have a picture to show you if I can get it up on the screen. This is which I would not buy unless it was $1 or at the bins. I love stuff though. Stuff, I think it's a boutique brand, but don't quote me on that. I do think that their stuff is adorable. And this is a really cute boho. It's supposed to be buttoned up in the front. I just was steaming it, so I haven't done it yet. But how cute is this? Okay, so this should sell somewhere between $20 and the $28 mark, and with getting it for $1, I'm absolutely great with that. Okay, the next one. This is a new brand for me, but it is an Anthropologie brand. And just so that you're aware, Anthropologie brands, not all Anthropologie brands are created equal in the reselling world. And I found that out the hard way. So there are ways that you can check that on eBay with doing sell-through rate and things like that, which is super helpful, which is why I picked this one up, because regardless of size, it seems to have a really good comp. The sell-through rate is just okay, but the comps really blew me away. There were rompers that sold for $150 from Sailor, which again is an Anthropologie brand, but how stinking cute is this? This is, what do they call it? The Olivia romper? The Olivia Aztec romper? I'll put it at the bottom, but I also found a stock photo, which I think is very helpful, because hanging this on a hanger versus having a stock photo, two very different things. This was about $200 to $250 retail and should be able to resell between $70 and $100. Okay, the next one was $1 find, which I wouldn't spend more than that because it might sit for a while. I have sold Ellie Tahari, and Ellie Tahari sells very well for me. Tahari itself, this is, I might have been taking a chance with this one. Comps were all over the place. So this is a sheath dress. It was $1, and I don't know what size this is. I still have to find the size, but in any case, this is a really beautiful sheath dress. I'm going to use words like corp core, which is kind of like an office wear kind of term that I just found out about. And I will also put like baby shower, wedding guest, because I do think with the print that's on here, it's got a lot of places that you could wear it. So I will have a lot of keywords used for this, and hopefully that'll bring it over the edge. It was for sale, I want to say somewhere between $100 and $150, and should resell around the $40 mark. The next one had amazing comps that were like somewhere between 75 and like 80% for the comps. Listen, I do not discriminate with season if I have a low cost of goods. But the thing is, if I can get something for $1 and it has good comps, I'm going to pick it up regardless of season. So these are American Eagle high-rise jegging super stretch, size 14 long corduroys, and they're brand stinking new. Now, what they retailed for was close to the $80 mark, I think, but I should be able to resell these for right around the $40 mark. I'm gonna take a quick clothing intermission and show you a few belts. So I was at Goodwill and I was waiting at the register because they hadn't marked something that I had found. So they were in the back trying to figure out what they wanted to price it at. In the meantime, the belts were right by the register, and I've had some pretty good luck with selling belts. So I found this one, which was Timberland. It's a genuine leather, size 32, Timberland. There's the logo. Belt. This retailed for, did I write it down? I apologize because I think I lost it. Well, I can tell you because I remember. It retailed for about $40, and I'm going to try and resell it between the $18 and $22 mark. That's based on comps. But this was, each of these was about $2.50, which is fine. So this was new without tags. What's interesting is though, this one is new without tags. I'm going to be able, I marked it for less than the one that I'm going to show you now. And I apologize because I'm struggling with my words since my camera fell. I even got to fix that. Okay, so the Timberland belt I'm hoping will sell for my full asking price of $22. And that's a men's belt. This is a women's belt. And this one was the one I saw first. And it is the brand Tumi. Tumi is a very, very pricey, like incredibly pricey brand name. So they have obviously belts, purses, luggage, wallets. So this particular belt, I don't know the style name. If there was a style name at one point, I don't know. But in any case, I should be able to get somewhere between $40 and $50 for this based on comps. The next three were just crazy finds, all at the same Salvation Army. It must have been from the same person, but I am so excited because we're getting into, you know, wearing lighter things, brighter things, more colorful. And when I find things that are white or light colors in excellent condition and they're bigger brand names, I get really excited. So Misa Los Angeles is a very pricey brand name. I think it may have been sold on Revolve. I can't remember for sure. I can't remember the name of this dress, but I will pop up a picture and I will put the name of the dress below. How stinking cute is this? I think this is absolutely adorable with some little like leather thong sandals. So stinking cute. It blows my mind. And maybe it's because like I'm on a teacher budget, but this is such a gorgeous dress. Anyways, I have marked it. This one is listed for I think somewhere between $80 and $100, something like that, but it had a decent sell-through rate. And the next one is new with tags. It is another Anthropologie piece. Mare, which is new to me. It's an extra small, and it's new with tags. It retailed for $128. This is called the off-the-shoulder big bow top. And look at the back. Look how pretty that is. I just think this one's so much fun. This would be so great to wear with a really beautiful pair of pants or a beautiful skirt to a shower, like, or to brunch. Like, this is just so pretty. So this retailed for $128, and I should be able to resell it somewhere between $50 and $60. Okay, this last one was right next to the Misa Los Angeles dress, and I've only found this name brand one or two other times at the thrift store, and this dress was $490 brand new. and it is a Veronica beard, and it's a size 10. It is one that was as seen on TV when I did the Google image search. So when the newer Dynasty was out, there was a character, I don't know her name, but she wore this in that show. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. Bye.